Hey everybody, Scott Jansen here, and in today's video I want to answer the simple question of how do you use payment plans, the structure and the breakdown when you're selling your coaching packages, your coaching service, your NLP sessions, your hypnotherapy sessions, your RTT packages, whatever you're selling in regards to what you're doing in your business, what the actual structure and the best thing you can do for breaking down payment plans. So in this video, guys, I'm going to give you a brief overview and breakdown how we structure our payment plans in our business, and also how we teach our thousands of therapists and coaches to break down their payment plans as well. So guys, before we actually dive into the video, make sure you go into the description and check out our brand new webinar showing you how to build your hypnotherapy, coaching, RTT, and NLP business from scratch. It's a free masterclass you can go check out. Hope you enjoy it, guys, but without further ado, let's dive in and look at payment plan structure and how you can add these to your business as of today. All right, everybody, so let's work through this fairly quickly. So when it comes to your payment plan structure, guys, this is just my advice. This is just what we teach our students to do. Hopefully this will clean up or clear up any confusion that you have. I get this question a lot about how do I structure payment plans? Should I give payment plans? How does the structure actually work? So guys, I'm going to break it down. We essentially have 3 payment plans, I guess we could say, that you can split up depending on your situation. So before we get into this, guys, I want to tell you something about payment plans. They are the absolute scourge of your business. Anytime you can avoid a payment plan, do it. The only time you should be offering a payment plan is if your clients ask you. You never want to offer payment plans as part of your USP, your unique selling point, because payment plans, especially in the therapy realm, the coaching realm, can get very messy very quickly, especially when you're seeing face-to-face clients. Now, if you have like an extended program over maybe a couple of months, or you have a 12-week coaching program, 6 months, 12 months, sure, payment plans can actually work. But guys, here's the thing. Trying to enforce payment plans, even if you have a contract, spending your time chasing clients for a couple of $100s is a big waste of your time. So in my business right now, guys, and I guess you could take this percentage as well, we only offer 20% payment plans per month. So let's say, for example, just to easy maths, let's say we had 10 new students per month, we'd only offer 2 payment plans. If those payment plans get taken right at the start of the month, I basically say no to everybody else, okay? Because I do not want to be chasing payment plans. Cash and revenue is very hard to juggle in a business as it is. We know that we need cash to run a business. We can't run an entire business off a payment plan. So to make it easier, I try and avoid them, okay? But if you have to give out payment plans, guys, here's a breakdown of what we do that you can see in front of you, and I'll give you some tips of how you can enforce these as well. So what is the first one? Well, the first one isn't really a payment plan. It is essentially what we call a full pay, okay? So at the end of your strategy call, if you're using the strategy call strategy, if you're taking phone calls to sell your program or your service, you want to offer the full pay on the strategy call. And how this works is we give clients an incentive base. We say basically, you know, the everyday price for my program is usually $8,000. But because it sounds like you're willing to work hard on this and I really want to help you grow your business, overcome your anxiety, whatever it is, I'm going to give you something called my incentive-based price. So if you pay in full on this strategy call, I'm going to knock off X, Y, and Z off the price. And today you only have to pay $4,800. Okay, so if your everyday price is, you know, $8,800, you knock off, let's say, $4,000, which is a big jump. It should, entice people to jump on the full pay, and you can pay now and you save $4,000 or whatever it is. Okay. Also, what I like to do is if I'm working with face-to-face clients, if I was working with face-to-face clients, I should say, I don't anymore. What I would give them is a choice of their booking day. So what I used to do in the past is if I had people on payment plans, I'll talk to you about when I'd actually book them in, okay? But if anyone paid in full, I'd give them choice. I'd say you can have any time of the day, any hour of the day, because you've paid in full. So I like to show more value to say you can pick whenever you want to come in. If they actually picked a time when a payment plan client actually booked in, I'd actually move that payment plan client forward a day or forward a couple of hours or backwards so I could help this person book in now. So that's part of paying in full. They save some money with incentive-based, and they can also have their choice of their booking, okay? So let's say you've given that price, $4,800 to your client, and they're going, oh, I don't know. Do you have a payment plan? then you can offer it. You don't offer it right at the start to make a sale. You only offer payment plans, and the rule we have, you only offer payment plans if someone asks. So if someone asks, what do we do? Well, I tell my clients, hey, yes, we do. Okay, we have to make sure it's going to fit what you really want. You have to make sure you want to work with me on this problem that you have. We have 2 different payment plans. Okay, now with each payment plan that I give you, it's obviously increased in price. Okay, but let me break these down. Okay, so guys, the theory here is we have a 2 split and a 3 split. The 2 split, you want to make quite affordable. The 3rd split, I don't want to make affordable. I want to make it ridiculous. And even the cost I have here is not really ridiculous. But the reason I want to make it ridiculous, the further I split that payment, the more risk I run. Okay, so it's going to already it's going to start getting really, really messy, even with the 2 split. So how does a 2 split work? I say, well, you know, it's $5,800. Okay, and we can take payment now, and then I'll talk to you about when the other payment is due. And guys, I'll run you through that. So what you want to do with the first split, you don't want to evenly split it. What you want to do is you want to try and collect as close to the full pay as possible. Okay, so collect as close to the full pay as so you can minimize the risk. So if they give you, let's say I've broken this down like $5,800, I would take $3,800 now. I wouldn't take half. I want to try and get as close to full pay as possible. And then I would book that client in 5 to 7 days later from this payment. So if they paid me on Monday, I would tell them I only have time for you the following Monday. Why? Because I need that other $2,000. That should actually be $2,000, not $200. $2,000 later, and I need that paid 24 hours before the session begins. So even let's say it's a Tuesday, I booked them in for the following Tuesday, they have to pay that remainder $2,000 on the Monday, 24 hours before. Now, worst case scenario, someone pays this, they turn up, or someone actually pays this and they don't turn up. Okay, they just don't show up. Okay, you've at least got the $3,800 as close to full pay as possible. You've got that in your hand. You've only risked $1,000. If you evenly split this, you could be out even more out of your pocket. Another scenario happens, they pay $3,800 now, they show up the following Tuesday. On Monday, they call you and say, oh, I don't really have that $2,000. Can I pay you on the Wednesday, which is the day after? Depending on what you feel like, guys, with this client, say yes or no. If you say yes, they come in on the Tuesday, you do the work, and then on Wednesday, they ghost you. They block all your phone calls, they block your emails. At risk, you've lost $2,000, but at least you've got as close to full pay as possible. Okay, if you split up even further, like 3 splits, 4 splits, I know therapists and coaches have like 6 splits, you're minimizing the risk and you can't collect as much cash at the start. And your goal is to collect as much cash from the full pay as possible to minimize that risk. Okay, 3 split gets really messy. Okay, so 3 split, you want to jack the price right up. I want someone to look at the 3 split and think, oh, Jesus, that's way too expensive. I don't want to pay that. I'd rather they do the 2 split, or I'd just rather absolutely them just do the full pay. Okay, so a 3 split, I might charge them $7,000, so it's quite a jump. I'd even make it more than that. And again, for the first payment on the strategy call, collect as close to the full pay as you can to minimize the risk. So in this case scenario, we could collect $3,000, which is pretty close to $4,800. This one's better, but obviously we're losing another $800 here. Book them in now. Take the payment and book that client in 5 to 7 days later from this payment, as I suggested before. Then you want to try and collect that the second to last part, the $2,000, 24 hours for the first session. And here's the risky bit, to try and collect that $2,000 7 days later after that. If you're only seeing your clients once, it'd be very hard to give payment plans because they can just stop paying you. Okay, especially if you split it up in 3. If you have a program that goes on for like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 12 weeks, you can even spread out these payments as long as they stick to the program. Okay, so already here it's getting really, really messy. Trying to enforce this is going to be very messy. Worst case scenario, okay, well, one of the worst case scenario, they pay the $3,000 now. They also pay the $2,000, so they stuck to their word. They pay you 24 hours for the day. They come in and see you. They quit smoking. And then they stop paying you after that 7 days. You've actually collected more than the full pay, so you're in a better place. But again, you do not want to be chasing this stuff. If your days and weeks consist of chasing your clients for like $100, $1,000, $500, it just gets really, really messy. So all in all, guys, do not give payment plans unless someone asks you. Always go for full pay. Tell your client they can have incentive-based, they can save some money if they pay right now in full, has to be in full. They get their choice of booking day. If they say, no, that's too expensive, offer the 2 split, try and collect as much as close to the full pay, or the 3 split, again, try and collect as much as close to the full pay, and then just hope that your client sticks to their word. Even if you have contracts, guys, all that, it's going to get really messy. It's really hard to enforce, and it gets really messy. Do not go past a 4 split, 5 split, 6 split. Way too messy, and you're not going to be able to collect as much cash on the day for your business. Your entire business is going to be on revenue, and revenue is not cash in hand. It's like a promise that we're going to have money later. So guys, there it is. Pretty straightforward. That's how we break down our payment plan structure. If you have any comments or any questions about this, please make sure you put them in the description below. Always happy to answer those questions. That's all for me for now, guys. My name is Scott Jansen. I'll see you in the next video.